So in front of me is 500 copies of Dragonic Overlord the Cross from VBT08. It's called what? Silver Dust Blaze. And yeah, let's talk about that story. Hey everyone, it's UA from the Strictly Broken YouTube channel, and today I want to talk about the story of why I have 500 copies of Dragonic Overlord the Cross. So the video says that I paid around $12,000 for this, and you guys are probably asking yourself at this point, how did he pay $12,000 for 500 copies of an $8 card? That's only 4K. Where's the other 8K come from? I did not pay $8 each for these crosses. I paid about $25 each for them. I bought 420 of them at about $26 average, and I bought the last 80 at about $18 each average. 420 on my initial because, you know, it was a funny number. And whenever you can buy 420 of something, you got to buy 420 of that. Anyway, so what happened? Silver Dust Blaze just comes out, and this card was very exciting. This card was definitely, like, make no mistake, this card is cheap now, but this card effect screams abuse. And at the time, it was screamed abuse in standard, but what I and a lot of my friends thought was that this effect screamed premium abuse. The fact that, like, if you read this card, and the fact that this card can copy Overlord card effects, you know, cards like these and other card games like Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, card effects that copy other card effects are always, like, basically always, they end up being, like, abused in some kind of deck. And I felt like in Vanguard this was no different. The fact that this can basically scale infinitely in the future, as long as more broken Overlord cards get printed in premium, this card can just be such a powerhouse. So going into it already, I thought the Cross was just a very, very powerful card for the future. And that's an important thing to, you know, take note of. It's all about the future. I would never make a decision like this to buy 500 of this one card if it was only powerful in the now. But I thought, like, this kind of effect was just crazy good for just as long as Vanguard exists as a game, as long as they're printing Overlord themed cards, this card will have to be thought of for some kind of combos in premium. So I come home that night. It was like the week after Silver Dust Blaze comes out, and I'm in a call with my friends at like 1 a.m. or something. I'm drunk. I'm maybe high. I don't remember. And we're just like, I'm just like, yo, so what if I just buy 420 copies of this card? Like, we all think it's super good and super good long term. Like, what is stopping me from buying 420 of them? We're laughing. We're having a good time, you know. But as it started hitting 2, I just decided, you know, fuck it, let's do it. And so I added them all up on the TCG Player cart, and we just bought out the TCG Player stock at the time. I thought the price I went into was also fair for the card. Keep that in mind. I think in Japan the card was more than 25, and I thought I was getting in on it for a good price. Who knew that, you know, a year down the line you'll look at the card now and it's 8 each. Like, if you ask me, yo, would you have, like, do you regret getting into them at 20, 25? I would be lying if I said I didn't. Like, the fact that they're 8 now, I could have done what I originally planned for a fraction of the money, right? This is a $10,000 loss after 1 year. And, you know, I would have liked to get in on it cheaper, but it doesn't change ultimately my vision for this card, which is I got into this thinking that this card will at some point be super, super good for premium. And I wanted to have a good amount of them for the future, just to future-proof my, you know, what I have access to for the store and whatnot. We haven't even begun to see what this card's potential is, by the way, because since Silver Dust Blaze, there has not been a predominant Kagero set, a predominant Overlord theme. And, you know, in Overdress, I have faith that, you know, in Dragon Empire, they're going to print Overlord again. And then as soon as the card is broken, then people have to start thinking about this card again. So I'm not worried. Again, I would have liked to got in on it. Got into it at 8 each, but, you know, whatever. Got in at 20, 25, and I'm not concerned. I'm honestly not concerned. And that's like, so I'm not just making this video to, like, hard flex $10,000 loss. There is a point to this video, don't do this kind of stuff if you're gonna like chicken out later. If you believed in something and made a decision and it just didn't go your way in the short term, then you have to really like, and then you end up like panic selling out of something like this. You have to ask yourself, like, should I have even done it in the first place? If you don't have the resolve to see it through, to see your vision through, if you didn't believe in your idea, believe in your own vision, and see it through till the very end, till these literally burn in the ground, then why did you make that kind of decision in the first place? Are you really believing in yourself at that point? You know, don't go into these kind of decisions if you're not going to see it through. Also, don't, for that matter, spend $10,000 on stuff if that's a large portion of your money and it's a huge risk to you if you spend that kind of money. Like, don't make a decision like this if $10,000 is a large majority of your net worth. That's just not financially sound. And I'm not a financial advisor in any way. I did go to school for business and studied it for many years, but I'm not a licensed financial advisor. So this is not financial advice. But if you're spending a large majority of your money on just cards or any other kind of security, like a stock or a bond or whatever, and you put like a large amount of your net worth into it, like that's just a recipe for disaster, regardless if you believe in it or not. Like, we are living, just to timestamp this video a bit, this video is made in the aftermath of that crazy GME, AMC, Nokia, BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond, Wall Street Bets hype week, where there's a crazy amount of hype and a crazy amount of increase in those particular stocks because of retail and investor hype. Now that it's all gone to shit and gone down, people are super upsetty spaghetti because they didn't truly believe in it. They just thought it was guaranteed hype, and when it went, they thought it was all guaranteed, and when it started going down, they wavered and they lost faith. And then some people took out loans and shit to join in on that kind of hype, and that's just not advisable at all. I might not be a financial advisor, but that's just stupid life decisions, man. Besides just being a video showcasing that I have 500 crosses, there are those 2 life lessons to take out of it. Take it with a grain of salt, by the way. I'm just an idiot bonobo who bought 500 crosses, so don't take this as financial life advice. But I would say, don't waver on your decision making. See it through to the end, and don't spend a large amount of your net worth on any kind of highly speculative, highly risky investments, quote unquote investments. That's it for this video. No, I'm not selling the crosses. If you PM me going like, yo man, I'll buy all your crosses right now, 5 each, fuck off. I don't care. I'm seeing this through to the end, and it just sits on my desk, and I just get to look at it every day while I'm at work. Thank you for checking out this video. Leave a comment if you have any questions about all this. Like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.